I just released a new video on the Porsche LMDh, but that's not the only LMDh coming to iRacing. There is the Acura as well. In this video, I'm going to be driving the Acura LMDh and giving you my first impressions and sort of comparing them to the other LMDhs. I hope you enjoy the video.
Well, lads, we are here in the all-new Acura LMDh car. Now, this is my very first time driving it. I have just set up the camera angle. I have not heard it yet. Anything like it. I just did a race in the Porsche. Oh my god. This thing sounds differently, that's for sure. I like this. It does feel... Ooh, it feels very sensitive. It feels... Yeah, this feels very different from the Porsche. Just coming off the Porsche. Just did the race that was in the other video, which you might have seen some hours ago. If you didn't already, make sure to go watch that as well. But this is a very, very different driving experience already now. And I've just done a couple of corners. This is just my first impressions. Ooh, the brakes feel a bit off, and the force feedback as well. I feel like it's to be adjusted a little bit for this car maybe. For sure, this is interesting. Oh, you can hear the turbo as well under the braking there. Just heard a little bit of... This is gonna be interesting. Let's jump into the race and have a look at that. Anyways, it's time to give the new Acura a shot. Now, the soft is over 7K. I didn't do qualifying because I prefer to start from the back and see if we can have some fun trying to make our way through the field. I think that will be sort of hard in this race, to be honest, but we will see. The soft is high. We're starting P14 at the end of the day. I think they're trying to line up for a single file, but not everyone's doing it. I can't really tell. I think the front's doing single file, but no one's here doing single file. What's going on? We've gone, it seems. I can't tell you what's happening. Come on.
Green.
Okay, Stanley didn't go in front of me, I guess. Oh, a wreck behind. Okay. Interesting. And a 1.1 second gap already to the guys ahead. What was that? I don't even know. Let's try and send it through sector 1 and see. Okay, looks like we caught about half a second through the first chicane on Parker ahead. Let's see. I don't feel confident this car at all. Look, it just goes from all of a sudden turning in on entry to all of a sudden just understeering on the exit. It feels really, really strange, I'll be honest. I don't have a lot of confidence in understeering cars at all. I'm guessing that's just to do with the fixed setup. Now, I've noticed something very, very weird with this car. It comes in the off shifts and the downshift. Try and listen here. There's a little click noise in the downshifts. Listen. This happens in the off shifts as well, but it's just weird how it just like does the little clicks. It's not anything that you really notice when you're driving, but it's just something that I slightly noticed. I guess it's something you'll get used to. Now, of course, something quite funny about the Acura, it actually hasn't raced at Le Mans in real life, and it might not actually end up doing so. It's currently only a part of the IMSA series over in America in real life, and it's not raced in the WE series or at Le Mans. So, oh no. Okay, he's someone in the wall. Oi, big crash. But yeah, what I was trying to say is that basically what we are doing right now, the Acura Le Mans, has not been done in real life. That was a terrible corner as well, but it's not been done in real life, so it's actually one of the good things about driving on the sim is that, you know, you can only really do it on here. Now let's try and focus, because I don't want to lose another position. Let's just try to... Lovely. Lovely. Thank you for that, my friend. What? What just happened? I couldn't tell you. I think we have a big amount of damage. Yeah, we have a lot of damage. Yeah, we can't really do anything about that, I guess. We can. What is going on here? That is a gaggle of cars. Another crash. Wow, you can really feel that this is week 13 for sure. Look at that, mate. The car is properly damaged. Of course, they also just sort of updated the new damage model a little bit. So I know they said they reduced the amount of straight line speed impact damage would have, so aerodynamical damage. So I see we reached 318 before on lap 1. And you can see here, we are a bit down, but it's not by as much as it might have been before on the day after a crash like that. You can see we're still hitting 312. So it's not actually that bad. Now, where we will really feel the performance is in the corners. Look at that. We just have no grip. Now, I guess that's a good way of testing that out. I guess we'll go into the pits this lap and see how much damage we'll have. But yeah, as I said, they They updated the way the damage works as well. They reduced the repair times, they said. I think this driving experience of this car is quite interesting. It's quite different from the other LMDHs, just like the Porsche. But I think it's really cool. Like, you have 4 different cars in the LMDh class now to choose from. 4 different driving experience, 4 different looks as well. Like, they look different other than maybe the BMW and the Caddy. They look sort of similar, but the Porsche and Acura, they look pretty unique. So you have 4 different things to choose from, and I hope that iRacing's really gonna get the balance of performance very good here. I'm going to be doing a video about that as well on the channel, balance of performance test of all the LMDHs to see what the pace is like. But I really hope that iRacing manages to get a good balance of performance in the LMDh class, so we will see a lot of diversity, because all 4 of these LMDh cars are really cool, you know, maybe other than the... Yeah, never mind. They are really cool. Someone's gone off behind, and someone's gone off ahead. Simply lovely. Now, you might be wondering why I'm crashing that as well. Can we keep out of the walls? Yeah, that's not what I was trying to say. You might be wondering, Marcus, should I buy the new Porsche or the new Acura? If you don't have money to spend on both of them, which one of the 2 cars should you buy? I would say that whatever you like the most is my best answer right now. If you don't have money to buy both of them and you're wondering which one's fastest, I would recommend sticking around on the channel to find out whenever I release the LMDh Bob test, and then we'll try and figure out which of the new cars is faster. But until now, I would say it's just whatever brand you like the most, because they are both pretty different driving experience. The Acura feels pretty sensitive, especially on the turn into a corner, whereas the Porsche feels a little bit more, you know, it feels quite stable actually, the Porsche on the fixed setup. Of course, we can't say anything about that on the open setup, but 6 minutes and 11 seconds. So we have a conclusion on that. I don't think that's actually that bad of a repair. Let's say you had a 6 minute and 8 second repair in an endurance race, that wouldn't necessarily cost you that much. Anyways, buy whatever you feel like is nice. If you don't like sensitive cars though, like especially on the turn with the steering, don't get the Acura, but definitely give it a shot. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you subscribe. Now before we end it, there's a little thing. Now, I thought the video was over, isn't it? So if you made it this far, I have something exciting to tell you. Now, this is not anything official yet, but I just want to teach you something. On Friday, I have something pretty exciting to announce to you guys, so make sure you stay tuned. I've been Marcus, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.